What up? What up to my YouTube tribe? How y'all doing, JG community? I am excited this morning. Just wanted to drop in and give you a quick devotional thought. You know how I do. I've been thinking, right? And I just wanted you to just roll with me as we are in 2022 or whatever year you may be watching this in. The word of the Lord is eternal and is still relevant. I wanted to do a quick devotion around 2 Kings, the 4th chapter, as we deal with a strategy for success, a strategy for success, right? So God is absolutely concerned about your financial future. And whenever you have a problem, he sends you a perspective or a person to help you to get out of or to move through that problem. You could tell always the plan of God for your life by the caliber of people that he sends you, right? The difference between where you are now, where you'll be, is who you know and what you know. And so the reality is that when we are striving, trying to move a line in our lives into certain dimensions, and sometimes we run into roadblocks. And interesting enough, I was having this conversation with my mentoring group around a strategy for financial success. And 2 Kings, the 4th chapter, I love this story. It's the woman that was in debt. She said, my husband is dead. He was a good man. The prophet came to her house. God sent her a person, and that person carried a perspective. Right? God sent her a person. That person carried a perspective. And so he says, he says, he's about to take me and my children as two slaves, right? Because we're in debt. The prophet says, how can I help you? Right? How can I help you? How can I help you? Because God doesn't want you in debt. He sends someone to your house. He sends someone to you. He sends a person to you. Say, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help you, right? Not do it for you, but how can I help you? What do you have in your house? He asks her. She takes inventory. Her perspective is wrong. She said, I have nothing. Then she said, well, I have a little oil. Her perspective is wrong. And oftentimes it is the wrong perspective that is the problem. Right? Your problems most of the time isn't really the problem. It's your perspective about the problem that's the problem. And because you don't see the problem properly, then you are missing a perspective. And I always say that poverty is missing a perspective. Poverty is missing a perspective. And so what the man of God, what Elisha says to her is, let me give you a perspective, right, about your problem. She says, well, I do have a little oil. And she thinks that that's nothing. But essentially, he asked her an inventory question. He said, what's in your house? What do you possess? What do you have? What skills? What talents? What abilities? What's in your home? What have you overlooked? What have you not seen? What have you missed, right? That's been here all the time that you could do something with. And I just believe that question provokes a provocative thought about you and your own perspective. What in your life have you overlooked? Have you downplayed? That is really having the power, that really has the potential to do more than you perceived it to be able to do. What is God illuminating in your life right now, helping you see from a different lens, right? What have you underestimated that is a power source in your possession to help solve your current problem? Maybe your current problem is debt, and you're trying to get delivered from it. You're trying to get out of it because God wants you out of that. But you think you don't make enough. You don't have enough, right? You need to make more. You need to work more hours. You need to, do this. Hey, what if you need to shift and change your perspective? What if the strategy that God wants to give you has to begin with you having a proper perspective? And what God does is will send you a person, send you a book, send you a podcast, send you a YouTube, send you a resource to give you a revelation about what you are possessing. This woman had the wrong perspective. And now God sends a person to help her see how she could do more with less, how she could do more with what she had than she was getting ready to do with it. She was about to do nothing with it because she didn't think she could do anything with it. But God never leaves you with nothing. He always leaves you with something, even if it's just a seed or in seed form. And so here, this woman has a seed. It's a little oil, but seed has the potential to be more, right? Seed has the essence of everything you need in it. It's just not in harvest form, it's in seed form. And so now, what she's really needing is a strategy for success. What can I do with what I have without complaining about what I don't have? What can I do with what I have? How can I turn what I possess into more? How can I use this as a power? How can I use this as a strength? How can I use this as a resource to break out of where I am and to move into what I know it could be? And so what he offers her is a perspective. And I'm just believing that you're about to receive a perspective about something that you possess, and that something in your mind, a breakthrough in your thinking, is going to shift the trajectory of your life, because something that you thought was not enough, some resource that you had, God's going to give you a revelation about your resource. And that revelation will become a strategy for your success. This is part one, and I'm just going to pause right there, and I'll come back for another part. But I want you to ask yourself, take inventory. What do you have in your house? What is in your possession that can solve your problem? What talents, what skills, what abilities, what thing have you mishandled, underlooked, underestimated, that God's about to give you strength towards and give you a strategy to move towards? You know how the story goes. If you don't, you keep reading. We'll keep pushing. I'll come back for a part two. But once she took inventory, he gave her a strategy that was a solution to her problem. You're about to get a solution to your problem. I'll be back. All right, stay tuned. But meanwhile, think on these things. I love y'all. If this was good, type it, let me know, share it, let somebody know. If you love these little mini messages, these mini inserts that gives you a little bit to think about, let me know if it's worth my time to keep doing it, to incite information and impartation for your mind. All right, I love you. I'm praying for you. God's going to give you a strategy for success. Let's go.